No, we're already on stream.
We're on stream?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me? Are we on
No!
stream right now?
We've only been
How
on
did
for
you
like
follow that?
a minute. We were just talking about
Wait. My chopped ass Japanese was on stream.
only a little bit. Nobody was here.
I remember when it was on stream. People kept asking me to stop fucking with my hair. The answer is never. I will never stop fucking with my hair.
No, I've noticed your Rapunzel thing is ever present. Like you are always.
It's also because it's just like a fidget thing.
I feel any person who's any degree of neurodivergent will do the exact same thing.
Hello, everyone.
Devices.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm your host, Joella Rogan.
Joel.
Yeah, Joella Rogan. Don't forget the Ella.
Oh my god, that would be. There's a genuine promise in that. They haven't done that as like a bit on RuPaul, have they?
What? Don't forget the Ella?
Or no, like a challenge for like a Joe Rogan-ish podcast. That seems like something they
have this like podcast with RuPaul like in the finale sometimes.
Yeah, they do that, but it's not the same. I want like a parody Joe Rogan thing.
Is Joe Rogan like supposed to be funny?
You know, that's a fantastic question.
I never understood that. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be funny. Like, where is the entertainment? It just kind of sounds like a bald guy ranting.
That's kind of what it is. That's kind of what it is.
I know it's popular among like the alpha male girls and stuff like that. But like, that's because they. Oh, I see you. Hello.
You see me?
I see you.
Okay, that's probably my. Oh yeah. Oh god, that angle is terrible. Huh.
But
Okay.
I'm seeing this. The Twitch isn't. I don't think.
Twitch is seeing a little bit of it.
Okay, whatever that means.
They are seeing me down in the itty bitty bottom corner. But that is fine.
Okay.
The most important part is you're seeing me.
You remember last time we streamed, October, and I went on this long rant about the Omegaverse, and I regret nothing.
You did.
With my camera off.
Oh, I do. So nobody knew it was you in that stream because I just said, "Oh yeah, Vivian Wilson's joining us," and I expected more people to know your name.
I didn't have name recognition at that time, but then I was on the cover of Teen Vogue, and all of a sudden everyone acts like they've always known who I am.
So I kind of want to ask, and this would be a good way to start off the interview: is how has kind of your life changed? Is my camera off?
How has my life changed? I have 1 million followers on TikTok now. I think it's more than 1 million at this point.
God damn, girl.
Okay.
Okay.
How has my life changed? I was on the cover of Teen Vogue. I've gotten some important business emails, and other than that,
like when you say abhorrent business emails, like product sponsorship bullshit?
No, not abhorrent. Not abhorrent. Some of them are abhorrent.
Okay.
Important.
Okay.
Abhorrent.
I was like, oh, those are two very. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, some of them are abhorrent. I have a lot of people in my DMs trying to fuck me now, but that hasn't really changed. That was always a thing.
Oh, okay. Humble brag.
If anyone's desperate enough to come into my DMs trying to fuck me, they're probably not a 10 out of 10.
What the fuck are you talking? What? Oh, stop it. Oh my god.
No. Not because I'm ugly. I'm fucking gorgeous. Hello.
Yeah.
But if you're like going in a stranger's DMs.
Oh yeah. Okay. I gotcha.
Trying to fuck them. That is grade A weird behavior. So.
If
No,
only.
I'm fucking gorgeous. Hello. Not today. I'm sick as fuck. But.
So many. There's so many fucking weirdos out there. Just in general, I feel.
That is experience.
But other than like, are you going to continue? Because the thing I thought was kind of the coolest part about I mean, of course, the Vogue piece, and Ella Yurnam, the interview that you did with her was incredibly well written, incredibly revealing as to who you are. But the thing that I think was really interesting is I saw you really come out of your shell as far as the modeling thing went. Is that something that you're going to try and keep pursuing?
I would love to. Yes. I'd love to try to make some money off of modeling. I think that would be cute.
So I have a bunch of For everybody in the chat who doesn't know, on my Discord, I took like a bunch of questions from my community, and I will kind of just sprinkle those through because they're a lot more fun than some of the other questions that I have. So, for example, I noticed that you said you were friends with Morgana Ignis on Hassan's
Yeah,
stream,
we love her.
and that you also really like Hell of a Boss.
I do love Hellballs.
So, somebody wanted me to ask you, who is your favorite character?
Okay, my favorite character is also the bitch in my I think they're called profile banners. My blue sky one. His name is Androphus, and I love him because he's like this pretentious rich twink, which is basically who I was. The twink that I was supposed to be, rather than this stunning, gorgeous leftist woman that I have become.
Okay, but I love that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you also
I don't think I was ever.
do you fuck with Hasbin as well?
I do fuck with Houseband. I like the songs. I know people make fun of the songs constantly, but I will. I am an unapologetic Houseband song enjoyer.
Okay. What's your favorite track?
Probably Poison. I like Poison. I think it's good.
Okay. I respect that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best one in the show, my favorite song in the fucking show is they have this reprise where where Charlie and Faggy sing this song to each other as they're about to fucking fight for their lives, and it's really sweet and it's really emotional, and I think that was the best one in the show. Yes. Morgana's house, okay, because I stayed at Morgana's while Los Angeles was burning to the ground. And she just has this room with a bunch of merch in it, and it's amazing.
That is so. Yeah. I actually met Morgana when I was down in LA too. It was not burning to the ground. It was the perfect time of year. It was quite nice. But yeah, Morgana is like super just chill and approachable and everything.
Yeah, no, we love her. I stayed at her house because I had to evacuate. We got like pizza this night, and then it was like really windy, and I was like, wouldn't it be so funny if there was a fire? Spoke that into existence because suddenly the traffic lights weren't working and the sky was turning. Well, it was night. The sky was not black, which is not a good thing, in my personal experience. So, can I just stay at your house? Because I was clearly in the evacuation zone. So I just ended up staying at her house for a week. And that night, we were playing Mario Kart. The lights went out. So I beat Morgana Ignis at Mario Kart by light of candelabra.
That is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Except we do have you heard it here first. Viv is actually the one responsible for the LA fires. So that's
my fault. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
God, I'm sorry. I had a gender reveal party. My friend came out as trans, you know. You know how it is.
So people might not know that you live in Japan. You're going to college there. What are you going to college for right now?
Actually, it's Japanese language. To be a translator, and then I became famous. So, yeah, no, I only publicly said, I was like, what's your major? I always said languages because I was like, if people found out that my major was Japanese, that would be super fucking embarrassing. But then people were starting to come for me when I said that my major was languages and I was in Japan. They were like, why is your major not Japanese? If you're in Japan, you should be studying Japanese. And I'm like, it is. But yeah, I'm studying here because I originally wanted to be like a fucking translator or whatever. And then I became famous. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing at this point.
Are you're still going to like finish your degree and stuff, right?
Probably. But I'm probably going to take like a break semester. So I can figure out what the fuck I'm doing because I have all this attention and I should probably capitalize off of it during my 15 minutes or however many minutes.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and
so,
I guess that kind of brings me to an interesting question of like, it has to be really, and I say this as somebody who's only had like just a sliver, a modicum of the recognition that you do. But it is, for me personally, it's incredibly weird being even like micro celebrity. So I can't even imagine kind of what it would be like for you, and how do you kind of reckon that? Do you feel any like responsibility to try and be more of a voice for the community?
Yeah, I've always like tried to put like I've always been very like uncensored with what I believe, and I always tried to be like a proper advocate for the trans community. I don't consider what I do to be advocacy. I just consider it to be like social media posting because it is. But I do feel a sense of like having to like give back to the trans community or whatever. Yeah. And I have some stuff in the works that should be fun to do that. So yes. I'm famous now and I'm like famous now. God, I hate myself. But I am like famous now and I want to like do good with that and use that responsibly and use my platform responsibly, etc., etc., etc. Pushing the trans agenda and whatnot.
Well, we love to see the radical transgenderism agenda being pushed. So would you
Yeah.
say that you are engaged in politics or looking to become more engaged in politics?
Are you trying to fucking Chapel Road me right now? Stop.
Maybe a little bit.
Stop. I am engaged in politics. I'm not gonna Chapel Road myself right now, okay? I cannot deal with that right now. Not during finals.
Smart move. Smart move. Who do you go to aside from Hassan? Obviously, who do you go to for?
I don't actually watch Hassan's streams that much.
My god!
I'm so sorry.
Throwing shade just out of the fucking
That's
gate
not
like that.
shade. That's just the facts. I don't. I should. He's very charismatic, very informed. Probably. Probably. No, yes, I like him, I guess. But who do I turn to? I guess news articles like Google. I don't really get my news information from Twitch streamers or YouTubers.
You know,
I know that sounds like
no, that's the smart move. That's what I tell people to do, is that like you should go and find the primary and secondary sources for yourself. Like don't just go by what other people are fucking saying.
I'll see like a TikTok about something and then I'll like Google what's happening and then I'll read the fucking article and then I'll know what's going on.
I know you kind of mentioned you're a fan of Chapel. You watch RuPaul, you watch Drag Race. Who are some of the other kind of queer celebrities that you either recommend people follow or that have maybe inspired you?
The Boulay Brothers, that's more drag. The Boulay Brothers from the show called Dragula, which is like all of drag. We love them. I thought they were literally siblings. They're not actually literally siblings. They're like, I believe they're husband and husband. Or maybe they're just boyfriends. I'm not sure. But they're not literally siblings. So when they were called Boulay Brothers, and then they started acting romantically towards each other on the show, I was like actually so fucking concerned. I was like, what the fuck is going on? No. Other queer influences. Oh god. ContraPoints, Miguel Thorne were influenced me a lot in high school, obviously. I don't want to be. Remember that guy who was like, sorry, I've been changing the topics a lot.
It's okay.
ADHD, in case that hasn't been insanely obvious for like literally everyone.
Girl, me too. Like this stream, you can ask anybody. This stream doesn't go 20 minutes without me going on a tangent, so they're used to it.
Okay. I was about to go on a tangent and I literally forgot what I was about to say. Wow.
See? I derailed you with my yeah.
Wow.
Who would be your nightmare and dream blunt rotation for like give me like 3 people?
Okay. So I am terrible at weed is something that is commonly known about. First of all, don't smoke in Japan. Very legal here, but illegal. But when I have smoked, not in Japan, I am really bad at it. I just fall the fuck asleep. Like no matter how much. I'm so fucking horrendous at it. I have like one inhalation. I'm so very informed about this. I have one inhalation, and then I just pass the fuck out. I'm actually horrific at it. But okay, so dream blunt rotation. People who wouldn't wake me up when I'm sleeping, honestly. So people who are like really fucking quiet. Like, yeah. Nightmare, blunt rotation. Just anyone. on the conservative side of anything because they don't shut the fuck up.
Like if you had to pass around a joint with like Matt
I think J.K.
Walsh,
Rowling.
J.K. Rowling, and
Matt Walsh would give me herpes, so definitely he's in the Nightmare of Blood rotation. Yeah, no, J.K. Rowling, because when I'm trying to sleep, she would be screaming about me about how I'm like the death of womanhood or whatever the fuck, or they're called like Tims, I believe, trans-identified males.
oh my
I
god,
love that.
that's so fucking funny.
Is it bad that I think it's actually kind of clever?
No, because well, yeah, okay, maybe a little. That's clever.
No,
It's
because
just
like fuck that, but also it's kind of clever.
it's
I
the
have
kind of
to admit
insult
it.
that you can't take seriously. It's like when people
Yeah.
say troon. It's like that is that
It's so stupid.
it's so
No, we need better
stupid.
slurs. We need better slurs because tranny is just trans with a Y. Troon is fucking Troon. Troon sounds like a character from Wow Wow Wubsy. And what, Tim? Well, I'm supposed to be like, how fucking dare you? You called me a Tim. Like, what? And then what else do we have? We have AGP, the pedophile.
Oh, it's so classic, yeah. Who's your most listened to on Spotify?
Fuck, I actually don't know. Hey, I think last year it was this Maltese pop singer named Aiden, and the year before that it was this J-pop singer named Natori. This year, probably Chappell Roan, I would assume. Yeah, I think it's definitely Chappell Roan.
Very based of you.
Well, I'm gonna get canceled for that now.
Oh, you better not. We still defend Chapel
Bro.
in this house.
I will defend Chappell because I don't understand why the fuck everyone is so scared. No, I'm sorry.
I straight up don't get, like, every time people are like, aha, this is the thing we're gonna cancel her over, and it's just her saying completely normal and rational things, and I'm like,
no, she was like, it's hard for me to stay updated on politics with my schedule. And then everyone was like, she's a centrist, she's apolitical, she used the queer community. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's a rational statement. Her schedule is insane. It seems kind of reasonable. It would be difficult to stay politically informed with that schedule. She didn't say she wouldn't be politically informed. She said it was difficult. Like, is she not allowed to think things are difficult? I'm so confused. I'm sorry.
no, it's
Girl,
like, it's totally.
TikTok is wilding out. TikTok is wilding out over this. I saw someone say she was literally a figure in the alt-right pipeline. And I'm like, how? Words mean things. Words mean things. Use them correctly, please. Thank you.
Fucking saw that. Cassie over on YouTube gave $5 to say Wow Wow Wubsy reference in 2025 is wild. So that one's for you.
I love Wow Wow Wubsy. Wow Wow Wubsy was my childhood jam. I loved it.
You ever notice there's always those like foundational kid shows that people will rep well into adulthood? Like if it ever comes up in casual conversation, somebody will be like, oh fuck, Bananas in Pajamas was the shit.
Is that a real show or did you just make that up?
Nope. Bananas in Pajamas was a real show. And watch, there's gonna be people in my chat being like, oh fuck, Bananas in Pajamas, let's go.
Okay, the show I fucked with heavily was it was the thing with like there was this antagonist who was this like really horrifying white spider thing. I think it was like Miss Spider's Treehouse Friends or something like that. I loved that show. I thought it was so good. And Backyardigans was so good. I used to be obsessed with Hot Wheels. And what I would do is because this is going to make me sound so autistic realizing this saying out loud. Because, okay, I liked Mario Kart DS. And Mario Kart DS, on the bottom screen, they had their little icons on the map. So I would play Hot Wheels, and I would have all the Hot Wheels. Like, I have just, like, a bunch of these little fucking cars. I would, like, move them individually, and I would, like, sticky tape these little icons of fucking, child and characters. I would, like, make these little icons of them. So I would have, like, Uniqua attached to a fucking, like, Hot Wheels Porsche or whatever the fuck. And I would just, like, have them all go around until one of them won.
But that's so, like, again, we were just talking at the beginning about you stacking, like, your stuff on books. Like, that's innovative.
Is that innovative? I think that's just autism, babes.
I mean, it depends, depends on how you look at it.
You know, apparently, allegedly, I was diagnosed with autism when I was a child, and then apparently, allegedly, I fell off the spectrum. Whatever the fuck that means. Google that, and I'm like, that's not a thing that happens.
I don't think there's an edge to the spectrum. Like,
yeah, no, apparently I was an autistic baby, and then the autism magically went away, which, no. Apparently that's what happened. So,
on Hassan's stream, I did notice you talk shit a little bit about Blowhigh.
I did not talk shit about Blowhigh. I just said
a little bit of shit about Blowhigh.
What shit did I talk about Blowhigh? Also, is it Blowhigh? Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
What shit did I talk about Blowhigh?
You were just out here saying shit. You were talking street.
I was like, I don't understand how this happened because I don't. It's a fucking IKEA shark.
Yeah, but you don't fuck with but I'm just fucking with you. But you were
basing one. That doesn't mean I don't fuck with them. I don't understand it. I don't.
But it is like one of the stereotypes, especially for like younger trans girls, it is like one of the stereotypical things. And I also do not get it outside of I think the shark is very cute, but
every fucking tranny I know owns a fucking Blowhigh. Yeah. It's like a status symbol. I don't get it. I don't get it. In the medieval Netherlands, they had this thing called like the tulip bubble, where tulips got like insanely fucking expensive and were like a symbol of status. That's what I think Blowhigh is to the trannies. It's like the tulips.
The Blowhigh stocks are going up, is what you're saying. That the Blowhigh market is a bubble.
Oh, but it's the Blowhigh market is inflated. So sell. Or
whatever. No! Don't look up Blowhigh inflation, everybody. That'll lead you to some dark places. What is so?
No. I'm done. You're fucking mind.
So on the subject of like stereotypical trans things, another question my audience wanted me to ask you was, what's your favorite flavor of Monster?
Okay. I like Red Bull. I like the sugar-free Red Bull. I prefer Red Bull. I don't really drink a lot of Monster.
That's fair. I also don't.
That's like a boring answer.
That's it. Well, it's another thing that I don't get.
They all taste the fucking same to me. Do you know what my favorite energy drink is? My favorite energy drink is Prime by Logan Paul and KSI. Is that his name? That is. Yeah, no, it's so good. It definitely doesn't give you cancer. I love the taste of it.
See, these are the business emails that you were talking about that were atrocious, right? This is the sponsorship that you're...
Logan Paul does not want to collab with me. I guarantee you Logan Paul probably doesn't know who I am. And I think that's for the better.
Oh, God, yeah. We should all be so lucky to remain in Logan Paul's ignorance pocket. Slightly more serious question, but talking about kind of just, being this voice for the community at a time when, I don't know if you heard, but there was actually a girl in Florida who got arrested for basically doing a kind of a peaceful protest, but saying, I'm going to go to the restroom. You can arrest me if you want. She did get arrested. Trans girl in Florida for violating their bathroom law.
She did?
Yeah.
I did not know about this.
Yeah, let me actually see if I can screen share with you really quick. Yeah, here we are. This is from yahoo.com. Everybody can go look this up. Tuesday, April 1st, trans woman arrested for using women's restroom in what could be a first under Florida law. A transgender woman was arrested after she tried to use a woman's restroom at the Florida State Capitol building, the Tampa Bay Times reports. The incident could prove to be the first arrest under the state's laws that ban trans folks from using the restroom. Marcy Rennigan, 20, a resident of Illinois, was taken into custody by Capitol Police and charged with trespassing after she tried to use a women's restroom at the state capitol. Hoping to use the act as a symbolic protest, the transgender college student notified police and politicians in advance about the act, sent a picture of her photo identification, and identified the specific bathroom she intended to use. Quote, I know that you know in your heart this law is wrong and unjust, Rennigan said in the letter. Quote, I know that you know in your heart that trans people are human too, and you can't arrest us away. Police met her at the Capitol on March 19th and tried to dissuade her from her plans. Rennigan instead attempted
Is
to
she
use...
out of jail?
Do what?
Is she out of jail?
So yes, she is. She spent the night in custody and was released the following day, but now she has basically a court appointment that could result in her getting 60 plus days in jail.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking crazy,
That's
right?
horrific. First of all, she's a badass bitch, and I love her for that. That takes fucking gall, which I really appreciate. But I hope she's okay. That's horrific. That's horrifying. Oh my God.
I think she is doing okay right now. I think she's got a lot of, definitely a lot of support from the community right now.
I hope so, because she deserves it.
But I look at that and I can't help but think about all of the measures being taken right now to try and push trans people out of public life. And in particular, a lot of the measures that people are trying to take to legislate and completely ban healthcare and gender affirming care, especially for teens. And I kind of wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the state of that? And especially, how has your life changed or improved because you were able to access that care?
The state of, look, trans people are such a small percentage of the population that the fact that we're being used as a scapegoat by the GOP is disgusting. Obviously it's disgusting no matter what. Me being trans does not impact you in any fucking way. In any way. I don't understand. I had really bad gender dysphoria. So it was like a medical necessity for me to transition. And because I was able to at that age, it saved me a lot of hardships that I don't know if I would have been able to overcome otherwise. Right? Yeah. It is like a medical necessity, and I don't think people realize that.
So, do you know who Brianna Wu is?
Oh, God. Unfortunately.
I think that's
we beefed on Threads a while ago.
You what?
We beefed on Threads a while ago. I ratioed her super hard.
So on the quick subject of Brianna Wu, I kind of wanted to get, while we're talking about trans medicalization and advocating for trans rights, I kind of wanted to get, what is your read or what is your impression of this approach that people like her kind of take, where their approach is to essentially write off certain identities like non-binary people as not real trans people, and then advocate for stricter testing for what gender dysphoria is.
Okay, they think that if they have, it's like the fucking logic of ancient cults of nature, where it's if you make a blood sacrifice to the fucking trees that will appease them, and then you'll be able to have a harvest and make it through the winter. This is not how that fucking works. If you throw non-binary people to the fucking wolves, you're not doing anything other than throwing non-binary people to the fucking wolves. And non-binary people are some of our strongest advocates. And non-binary people are trans too. So why the fuck are we doing this? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. They say they're we need to negotiate with the right, and we need to meet them in the middle. Bitch, this is breaking the first rule of negotiation, which is don't fold before your opponent even makes an offer. Who are you negotiating with? All of conservatism? You are one tranny. Calm down. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm pretty sure she just doesn't like non-binary people.
No, that's true. Which is funny, because just a couple years ago, when I believe it was during her first congressional run, she was advocating for non-binary people.
I literally don't know shit about this. I don't know shit about her, other than she's a trans medicalist and she posts stupid shit on Blue Sky and Threads.
It's, you know what? I'm not going to burden everybody here with it because I've been working for like the last 2 months on a deep dive into her. So I'll just tell everybody to go sub to the channel and wait for that because oh boy, does Brianna Wu have some stuff to talk
I'm
about.
fucking with sugar. I need to put this down and stop fucking. Sorry again. My voice is like a dying flamingo. Well, more of a dying flamingo than usual. Because again, I am sick. Do you think Brianna Wu is going to see that? See that I came for her?
No,
Probably.
no,
Probably. I feel like someone's going to send that to her.
I wouldn't worry about it. It's okay.
Praying, but that would be interesting.
Uh, you did mention that you like to read. What are some of your favorite like books?
I love the new Hunger Games. I'm a huge Hunger Games fan, like a huge buff, and I have been since I was little. The new book is really good, and I highly suggest it. It's like very politically relevant, especially Suzanne Collins is not fucking around, which I adore. I love Iron Widow and Sunbury Trials by Aidan Thomas, and I said this in the Hassan stream, Iron Widow by Shiran Jejal. I fucked up the pronunciation, I'm sorry. But also, I like The Thin Executioner by Darren Chan. I think that book is pretty good. What else? I read this nonfiction book, which is unusual for me, but it was like this free hardcover book in the library. So I was like, I'm just going to take this. It was called Private Revolutions, and I thought that was actually very interesting. It was about women in China. It was about the lives of 4 women in China, and I thought it was very interesting and insightful, and I learned a lot about modern day China, women in China, I guess. So, there's that.
So do you just kind of like whatever comes across your field of vision? Because that is kind of how I approach books too, is that I'll just pick something up and be like, oh yeah, sure. Or like, this is a classic and I guess I should probably read this and just like zoom through it in a couple days.
Usually like look up stuff. Like I will look up like videos or like book recommendations of like I'll look up like book recommendations, I'll look at reviews, look at like specific genres, I suppose. Also, cover art is a big thing. I don't know. I love good cover art. If it has bad cover art, it's a lot harder to read. I want it to look gorgeous. Is that a crime? No.
Speaking of looking gorgeous, who are all right? I'll give me your top 5 RuPaul drag queens.
Okay, I said this in the Teen Vogue article, and my friend attacked me because you're like, you said the most basic fucking answers. My favorite is Sasha Colby because obviously, like, duh, that's kind of like redundant. And Bob the Drag Queen because she does a lot of great advocacy work, and also she's like everywhere now, which I adore. She was on the
She's so
Traitors.
fucking funny. Oh my god.
Oh my god, she's so fucking. I want to see her live one day. Like so bad.
I did. I got to.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I took my partner who actually introduced me to Drag Race. We got literal like edge of the stage front row seats.
Shit.
For our
Well,
anniversary.
she follows me on Instagram. Bob the Drag Queen follows me on Instagram, I believe. I need to double check. I know Sasha Colby follows me on Instagram for a fact.
Okay.
Is my biggest flex.
Humble brag much.
Yeah, that's not a humble brag. That's a brag. What else? Okay, I feel like I need to say some like really niche answers so people don't cover me being like, you're such a basic bitch, you're not a true fan of the show or whatever. I'm gonna say, so season 9, they had this makeover challenge, and Peppermint made over one of the crew into this the drag queen that she called Wintergreen, and she was so fucking funny. So I want to say Wintergreen so people stop calling me a basic fucking bitch, okay? There's your niche answer. You're welcome. God.
Now people know you know the deep cuts.
Yeah. Also Tatiana, because I found out I had a sibling through her. So there was that.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Oh. That's
Thank you, Tatiana.
funny. Oh, who's number 5? I need one more.
Oh, 5. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Luxmore London. I think she's really funny. I also think she is She brings such a unique energy to drag, and also I can recite her. I love her fucking monologue that she does for the "Who Should Go Home Tonight." That was probably the single most iconic fucking moment in all of Drag Race, in my opinion. She's so good at fashion. Her makeup is incredible. Um, she just brings such a unique perspective, and I love it.
I actually have two. My partner who got me into drag ended up getting me two Adore Delano shirts at some point.
Oh,
So
I love that. I have
which,
a signed shirt of Brita Filter
really
because yeah, and I have a bunch of signed merch at in LA because I went to DragCon once.
DragCon. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to DragCon again. I think that would be really fun.
You would be one of the celebrities there.
I don't want to think about that. In my mind, I am just I am just a very cunty guest. I would probably get recognized.
Oh,
I would probably get recognized though. That's not a
at
flex,
DragCon, like.
I mean, yeah. Also, a lot, bitch. Whenever I follow one of the Drag Race girls, like half the time they just follow me back. Now,
That's so fucking funny.
Which is kind of crazy. Which is kind of crazy.
Somebody asking you, is Vivian actually a communist?
No.
No.
So sorry. I'm not
Bummer.
a communist.
Canceled by the
Communists
online
are mad at me
left.
when I say that I'm not a communist, but I am not a communist. I'm so sorry.
No, you define yourself actually kind of the same way I do. Is like you're just a leftist.
Yeah. I feel like we have this obsession with like labeling every goddamn thing, and I'm like, is this necessary? I feel like this only sows further division, right? Especially in like the States. Like
Well,
if you're like talking about it for like the theory of it, then that's one thing. But if you're talking about it for like the effectiveness, I don't know what all of these fucking labels, what do they actually contribute? Like there's like a million of them. I'm not talking about the gays. I'm talking about the leftists. Okay, let me make that abundantly clear before someone clips this out of context. Like, God, the neo pronoun. I'm kidding. I kind of live for neo pronouns, honestly, but sick as fuck. But no, yeah, no, I don't understand why we have like a million fucking labels for what is essentially the same thing if you live in the US. Because at some point, I've said this before, if you go far enough left in the US, which is not very far, they all treat you as the fucking same. So I don't understand. We should probably just be like, there should be more like unity among leftists instead of this constant fucking useless, chronically online bickering amongst each other.
you're so based for that, honestly.
Yeah. No, I don't get it. I'm not talking about like liberals and leftists. I'm talking about like, because there are, God, before people call me a fucking neo-lib, I am not a neo-lib. I am a leftist. Thank you. God. Okay. I don't know what the point of was. I don't think there was one. There's not a point to most things I say. I kind of just say them.
Somebody asked, what's your favorite Pokemon?
Klefki.
Klefki, aw.
Yeah, well, because he's like a demure floating keychain, and I remember everyone fucking hated him when he came out, and I was like, he's kind of iconic though, because he's literally just a keychain. There's nothing. He's a floating fucking keychain. There is nothing special about him, and that's why I love him so much. I would die for Klefki.
Oh my god. Dreams for sale. We got faves from Drag Race, but I'm more curious about faves from Dragula.
Oh, Erica Clash. I don't know. The way in season 2, she just fucking got through like every elimination challenge was so iconic. It was so iconic. Also, I love her makeup style. So definitely Erica Clash. I like Apora. I think Apora's great. Bitch Puddin. Also, I'm just naming a bunch of the season 2 girls. Yeah. Vander Van Og, also from season 1. Yeah, I think those are my faves.
Okay. Respect. I never got into, unfortunately never got into Dragula. I should probably watch it at some point.
Yeah, it's good. I highly suggest it.
Okay, so starting Drag Race, there's always like, what do you go with All Stars? Do you go with the original? And everybody always says like, okay, All Stars season 2 is like the place to start.
No, it isn't. Season 5 is the place. No, All Stars 2 is the best one.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. But a bunch of people think AS2 is the best one. I think All Stars 6 is probably the best one.
Who was in 6?
All Star 6 is Kylie Sonic Love, Raja O'Hara, Serena Cha-Cha. I mean, as
Okay.
the motherhead of the Cha-Charinas. As a Cha-Charina myself, we have no choice but to stand.
Oh, Cha-Cha. Okay.
Serena Cha-Cha, we love Serena Cha-Cha. She's great. I love her. She's just accidentally the most iconic human being to have ever lived. I love her.
Accidentally, emphasis on accidentally.
I am a Cha-Charina through and through, okay? Like it or not, she has produced some of the best television in the history. The Everyone versus Serena fight in season 5 has produced some of the, like, gay people still quote this shit to this day, over 10 years later, okay?
RDY, thank you very much. 2810 for $10. Hi, Vivian. You said you were a gamer girl. What are your faves? P.S. Feel like I'm going to have nightmares after looking at how creepy conservatives look.
No, they do look like that. Why do they look like that? Okay, my favorite games. I like Smash Brothers. I haven't been able to play video games in a while because my gaming laptop broke in the winter and I just never fixed it. But I like, okay. I like a bunch of the cartoony FPS games. I was huge into Overwatch. I was huge into Battleborn and Paladins as well. If anyone remembers Battleborn, I loved Battleborn.
Oh my god, Battleborn.
I was also huge into Paragon. No, two of my favorite games of all time just fucking died. Paragon and Battleborn. They're tragedies. The stars that shine the brightest burn out quickest. But Paragon was so
next you're gonna tell me about fucking what other games. Evolve came out around that time too.
I don't know what that is. So
okay, sorry. it was like a year before Battleborn, I think.
Oh, okay. I like also I really liked Danganronpa. I was really big into that.
Oh fuck yes, Danganronpa.
I don't know if that's really a game. It's more like a story.
That's a game. You walk around, you solve mysteries. That's a game.
Sure. What else? I liked Marvel Rivals. I like Marvel Rivals. I am a Black Widow main in Marvel Rivals because I main Sniper fucking everything. And TF2. I really like TF2. I also main Sniper in TF2. I just like the cunty snipers. That's just what I always play. I'm like obsessed with cunty snipers. I play Black Widow. I play Widowmaker. I play Sniper. Cunty snipers are my vibe.
Do you do the thing that I do where you pick up a game with like a lot of characters and you'll pick a character based on their vibes before any shit that they do?
Okay. Yeah, pretty much. In League of Legends, I also used to really like League of Legends. My apologies. But I looked at the roster because my twin loved League of Legends. I looked at the roster and I was like, there's so many fucking characters. I was like, I don't know where to start. My middle name is Jenna. I picked Jana because I was like, she's cunty and her name sounds like my middle name. I'm just going to pick her. And then she ended up being my favorite character. Like, no matter how many of them I tried. So that was just fate.
People think you are base for playing TF2.
Yeah.
Also, I unfortunately share the former Overwatch love because I actually have. Can you see my camera again?
No, I'm staring at your profile picture.
Okay,
that's fine.
I'll turn on my camera. God.
Oh, I love that. I like Pharah. Pharah was really fun. I liked Fonzo and Widowmaker because I am a degenerate and I cared more about having fun than actually fucking winning.
It used to be so fucking good. Like when it came out,
Yeah. Also, I liked Symmetra a lot, and I loved Zarya, mostly because Zarya is like really, really fucking hot. I'm sorry, she's so hot. I love butch women. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You're real like that. I love that for you.
I have a type, and it is like muscular butch women. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Okay. Do you have any? Never mind. Somebody asked earlier, Sonic. What is your thoughts?
I have never played Sonic.
Really? None of them?
No, but I have seen the fucking Fandoms, and I think they're really funny.
So you also haven't seen like the Sonic feature films?
No, I remember Sonic had teeth, and that was like really fucking funny.
They took the teeth out famously.
Oh god. Streamer, I said quit F in the chat, like the streamers say. I'm a streamer. I'm a streamer.
You should stream. Oh my goodness.
Streamer. I do want to stream. I am gonna stream when I get back to Los Angeles.
You get a
pour one out in the chat, everyone. Yes.
People asking if do you play Fortnite?
No.
Smart. That's probably for the best, honestly.
I know there are snipers in Fortnite, so I would want to be the bitch with a sniper who just snipes people in Fortnite. But I have never played. I have played it. Okay. The one time I have actually played Fortnite was I was going to a PC cafe. It was we went overnight to a PC cafe before the trains ran again at 5. This is Tokyo, and we were gonna play Valorant, but I couldn't. Or not Valorant, Overwatch, but I couldn't fucking sign in. So the only other game that everyone was able to play was Fortnite, and that was the only time I've actually played Fortnite. And it was just like, it's really confusing because it's supposed to be a battle royale. There's just like a bunch of like Marvel shit now. Like there are no guns. You kill people with like Black Panther claws and Captain America shield. It's just very camp. It's stupid. I love that for them. Not my vibe. So sorry.
It's
so sorry.
There's too much of that shit. Yeah.
I might play Fortnite at some time in the future, though.
Oh.
That doesn't mean it.
That doesn't mean it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to reach out to Connor then.
I was not hinting at anything.
Okay. So do you play any like RPGs like Baldur's Gate 3, Fallout, anything like that?
No. I don't like single player games other than Danganronpa.
Really?
I find it boring. My victory has to come at someone else losing, otherwise I feel nothing. I need someone else to feel miserable in order to feel happy.
So that's
why I got this far.
Only feel happiness at the subjugation of others.
I don't feel happiness at victory. I feel happiness at Schadenfreude. Them being sad about losing fills me with joy. And that's where I get my satisfaction.
So I heard through the grapevine somebody had tried to teach you Magic the Gathering recently?
Oh, yeah. It did maybe tell you this.
No.
Maybe. Go follow, baby. Go follow. It's maybe Moonlight, whatever her username is. I forgot. I'm so sorry. She tried to teach me Magic, and then she beat me ruthlessly, and I was like, you ate that. It was fun. I still barely understand how the game works, and she's like really good at the game, so, I was not expecting to win. No, she's great at Magic. We love it. For my next D&D character, I'm just gonna make my character a bitch who just like summons a bunch of fucking whales.
Oh, okay, but you do play D&D then?
I have. My friend is really into D&D. I have played D&D a few times, but my favorite character was a twink femboy sniper who halfway through the campaign, I revealed he was this thing called a Yuan-Ti, which is like a snake person. And he, like, secretly was a serial killer who, like, killed and ate a bunch of fucking people.
Okay, but
while he was you know what makes it even more scandalous? I revealed this while he was in a relationship with one of the other characters in the campaign who didn't know. That was a fun time. I like that campaign.
Love that. You and my partner would actually get along so well because she is always doing D&D stuff and always coming up with like the most queer, tragic romance twink murderers.
Yeah, no, but it wasn't like he was regretful about like being a murderer. He's like, my past. No, he was like, yeah, I fucking did it. I would do it again. The fuck?
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, and also, at one point he went away from the group because he was expelled because he kind of like murdered like 300 people and then ate them. Very Yellow Jackets tease. But when he came back, this was last summer. He disguised himself as Chapel Roan and then killed a bunch of people while screaming Pink Pony Club, like the lyrics of Pink Pony Club.
Does Chapel Roan exist in the world of your campaign?
Apparently, because I said so. I said into being.
Okay.
I feel like. Oh yes, and.
I love that.
It's a lot like. Yeah.
Somebody asked, all right, there was one other thing. Oh, yeah, because you've mentioned Yellow Jackets like 50 times. What other TV shows do you watch?
Okay, I'm in the middle of a Yellow Jackets phase right now because I was just like binging all the episodes, so that's why it's on my mind. Drag Race, obviously. What else?
I mean, is do you watch like TV over in Japan at all?
Yeah, I watch like Drag Race. I watch Drag Race Untucked. I watch um other things. What else do I fucking watch? I literally don't know. I cannot think of a single thing. I have seen there are shows I've seen, but shows that I am like actively watching and engaging with currently, there's not much. There's just Drag Race and Yellow Jackets, pretty much.
Okay, that's fucking fine. Somebody's
Yeah.
saying I don't know what that is. That sounds cursed. Somebody's saying Rick Astley's Pink Pony Club is better than the original. No.
Rick Astley made a cover to Pink Pony Club.
That sounds like some AI bullshit
Yeah, that does.
to me. The inquiring minds want to know if you watch Arcane.
Okay, I did watch Arcane. I did. Yeah, we love. Let's go, lesbians. Let's go. I listened to. I feel like the season 2 of Arcane can just be defined as "Let's go, lesbians. Let's go." But the soundtrack is really good. I still listen to like most of the songs from the soundtrack. That's what stuck with me the most. Also, how fucking dare the fucking child. I was crying for like 5 minutes just continuously. How fucking dare they? How fucking dare they do this? This 10-year-old fucking child. Like, fuck you for that. Fuck you in particular.
I've never seen it.
That was so rude. They killed this fucking child on screen in the most tragic fucking way. It was so sad. It was so, and they had this like Chinese ballad playing in the background that is so good. So I literally add like I added the song. I don't remember who the artist is. It's like really good. This like this really like well sung ballad is like with this really strong instrumental, and I just added it to my playlist, and every single time I listen to it, I'm like, this is so good, but fuck, I just think about the child. I just think about the fucking child.
Who is your somebody wanted me to ask you earlier, who's your favorite fictional lesbian?
Oh shit. My favorite fictional lesbian. God, there's so many to choose. There's actually not that many. There should be more to choose from. That's hard. But why are there not that many to choose from? Thinking of characters that should be lesbians, that are hard. But probably Zarya. I don't know if Zarya is a lesbian, but like she is a lesbian.
In your heart, she's a lesbian. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I am not a lesbian, by the way. I am bisexual.
Ow. Hey. Sorry, my dog is trying to wrestle.
I love
right
lesbians, but I am not one of you, unfortunately. I am still attracted to men.
Unfortunately.
Tragic.
Yeah, I know. It's a curse, honestly.
I honestly need to be more social because I have not, especially recently. I've just kind of just been like going to school, going home. Because school is hard, obviously, and then also I'm like surfing cunt on the side, and then I became famous. So I have not been the most social, but it's mostly just so recently. I'm sure you all saw China, Japan, and South Korea like are working together for a unified response to this. Do you know how bad you have to fuck up to get Japan, China, and South Korea to work together? Like all three of them? Like,
so is that like a big news thing over there?
Kind of.
Okay.
I feel like it is. Yeah.
Because I think people have really, like, it is a fucking really big international development, but I think in the wake of everything else, it just kind of got skated over here.
Yeah. But, like, the world does not revolve around the U.S., so, like, it's, like, a thing that's going on, but it's not, like, the biggest fucking thing in the world, right? Like, there are other problems. Like, the yen compared to the dollar is, like, pretty weak right now, so that's what's more in the news, I guess.
We have somebody asking you for some advice. Transfemme Communist has $5. Hey, Viv, you seem delightfully petty. Charlie Kirk is visiting my campus. What are some good insults to shout through a megaphone?
Oh God. Yeah. No, you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble. What are some good insults to shout at Charlie Kirk? God, I can't come up with a good enough insult for Charlie Kirk because looking at him is already insulting enough.
Did you buy a forehead and get one free?
Buy a what? Oh, buy a forehead, get one free. Oh God. I feel like that's too shallow. We need something that's like good. We need something that's like good.
You need something cutting.
Yes. We need something like that will like cut through the bone. So y'all just been seeing my fucking leg this entire time. I just realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people with the knee fetishes are like really getting off.
Oh no, God, and that's such a big portion of my audience too. Fuck.
Yeah, God, the people with the knee fetish is a knee fetish like an actual thing? I'm sure it is. I'm sure someone has a knee fetish.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about that either.
Walking me on carpet says, just chant all gums, no teeth, Nightmare Man at him. Which is actually like, okay, I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like that. I love that actually. I think that's great.